A painful story, but many are still calling for a repeat of Luton Shelton going public about his battle with ALS. A popular demand. If the first time wasn't enough, we bring you Luton Shelton's story, opening up about battling ALS, as the public has called for a repeat. Recently, there have been questions about the health of former reggae boy Luton Shelton. Well, the former reggae boy and his family opened up to Centre Circle about being diagnosed with Amyotrophic Lateral Sclerosis, or ALS. There is no cure for ALS, a disease that affects nerve cells in the brain and the spinal cord. This week, Shelton, the nation's leading goal scorer, goes public for the first time about living with the illness. We visited him at home, and though ill, he tried to put on a brave face, but didn't deny the pain he was feeling. His speech has already been affected, so his wife, Bobette, was right beside him to translate.
He's saying that he's in a lot of pain since lately,
So after months of trying to stay out of the public about his sickness, his family feels the time was right to let Jamaica know what was happening.
many persons, they might be wondering, what is happening to Luton? They might heard that he's sick, but don't know exactly what is he sick with. So it's a decision that we all had to make, and he's a public figure, so I guess we owe the public that amount of information.
Despite being sick for a while, it was only recently he found out exactly what his ailment was.
About 2 months ago, sometime in July, he felt really ill, so we carried him to the ER and run some tests, and initially the doctor saw you drooling, and from there on she said that you're taking medication that you're not supposed to. And as I said, they run their test and they found out that yes, he has ALS. Because of this disease, it basically mimics other diseases, so they figure more or less it was myasthenia gravis. So the doctor here prescribed 2 medications for him, prednisone and also mestinon. So he was on those for a period of time. So he was basically preparing himself, or just to know that okay, he has this illness, so he's trying to, I guess, mentally prepared for the illness. But I guess it's hard on him.
Before being told he had ALS, Shelton knew little about the disease, which has left everyone in his family devastated.
Not much, he said. This has been the most devastating news for 2 years now. He first had these symptoms. So from there on, it has been really hard on us and the family at large. It has been really hard, but we are trying to be hopeful. By him, where has this come from? That has always been the forefront. Why? But we can't get any answers.
Many medications have been tried with little success, but Bobette is hoping that her prayers will come true.
I pray that he comes back to his normal self, because he's going through a lot physically, mentally. It's draining for him and everybody else around him. But with everything, as I said, we just have to look and the positive outlook on everything. Just always try to be positive.
And medication doesn't come easy.
The medication, the series of tests that he has to do, it costs a lot. So it's very strenuous.
Is it something that you're probably extra funding?
Most definitely, most definitely.
If you want to go public, just pass on it.
I guess so, because any help is appreciated. So anybody who is willing and able to help, we're more than appreciative of it. Well, no, they're suggesting that he gets a tube to be surgically inserted inside, so it is easy for him to eat, really, because it's very difficult for him to eat, to swallow on a whole. So it's best for him to be equipped with a tube, which is very expensive. His brother checked it out because he's living overseas, around 4,000 US dollars.
It's a disease they call a rich man disease, if you don't know, because what it takes a lot to really get up and keep you. It may only the medication and thing that he takes or should be taken, it's only slow down the process.
His next appointment is sometime late next month. So that time, I guess the doctors will say, well, you need to get that done. So until next month.
And then there are his two children.
They know that daddy is sick, but they don't know the extremities. I don't think I can be able to tell them exactly what is happening to daddy, but they know that he's sick.
He hasn't received any visits from the football hierarchy, but is open to it.
He's saying that anybody is welcome to visit, and I guess they haven't gotten the opportunity yet to come, but they wanted to come and visit.
In terms of the federation, I met with unofficially with Michael Ricketts before. I briefed him on his situation, and I'm supposed to have a more formal meeting with him in the coming week. Just to fully inform them on what it is. I've spoken with Calvin Stewart from Harvard already, which he and a crew is kind of trying to set up something for him to see what they could do, but it's haven't been finalized yet. It's another meeting. They offered really to come and visit him. You understand me? But it's just that it's not officially done, has it?
And telling one's story at this time can never be the happiest moment in anyone's life, as seen here when Shelton reflects on the past and thinks about his current status.
He's saying that with this illness, it's very hard for him because he has always been an avid player to help his team to go forward, and he can't play the sport that he really loves anymore. So it's very hard for someone who has always been active for most of his life, and for him not to be even, can't be able to kick the ball anymore. It's really, really hard.
His father, Luton Shelton Sr., says he has to be holding back the tears at times, but is determined to fight all the way.
To learn about it is really devastating, to know what it does to you and what it actually we have seen happening to him. But it may stated that it is very, very expensive test to do. I know some of the tests cost over some $30,000 already in terms of US. And not only that, when we try a very different method in terms of trying to get him back, go to herbal treatment and all of those things, and the doctor diagnosed that he may have a mild part of ALS, which is myasthenia gravis. We had hopes up, in itself that it will cure in somewhat, because I had met with persons or a person who had the same symptoms which had not fully cured but recovered to a point that they can talk. And I know one of his biggest issue is that
Communication.
he can't communicate. Many times I ask him to come out and meet out with his friends and all of that, and it causes a withdrawal because he said, what can I partake in? There's nothing you can say much, because as you hear, he's grappling somewhat. It's kind of struggling for him to get the vocals very elegant, But at the end of the day, we're here to support. And as you just seen in itself, that it's not an easy road, very, very much not easy on the road, entire family. You understand me?
But they still fear for the worst.
Very, very much. Where it's when the worst come in our thought, it's sad. Really and truly. Put it this way, when they see a father or a mother get up and cry, we do cry. And as much as we see him speaking now, I'm really tears is in my eyes. I try to hold back up many times. Many times I may say to him, I don't even like to see him in this condition. Really and truly, it's one of the best. In terms of even having this interview, I guess another person would have wanted us remembered how they're in the good part time. But as Robert has stated, and he has stated too, that he holds his fans and the fraternity in itself for them to know. Because when you're in the street, a lot of people asking the same question. And I'm saying, I hear that something is wrong with his son, etc., etc., So instead of all the time being babbling about it, just decided that we'll go public with it. And so
Shelton's mom, Diane Brown, was willing to talk, but her emotions got the better of her.
So hard to deliver.
Father Shelton has been predicting from day one that his first child would be a boy and that he would be a footballer, but he didn't see this coming.
I know definitely going to be the striker for Jamaica. I know all the way that he was going to play internationally. I even predict him playing into the English Premier League. Wish everything materialized. But to feel this way now, I never see this coming. Honestly, I never see this coming. I know that a fellow footballer from Harborview had the same illness. That I know about it before, and sometimes I wonder within itself, when Luton contract this illness, I'm wondering if, I know it's a neuro disease, right? And sometimes I wonder if because of playing the sport and the intensive hitting of the ball and the head the ball and all of those stuff may be a part of it, which there's no concrete proof or physics about it in itself. We're just here hoping for the best, and in many ways, although it is stated that it's not a disease that can be reversible and all of that, but miracles do happen. So in all aspects, we're hoping and praying.
Call me out upon the waters, the great unknown. where feet may fail. And there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep. My faith will stand, and I will call upon your name, and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul rests in your embrace. For I am yours, and you are mine. Your grace abounds in deep